Tons of cargo is still sitting in ships off the West Coast.
Coast port shutdown could cost the U.S. economy $2 billion a day if it continues. Already, some produce is in short supply.
The crisis in our western ports is hurting the economy. It is hurting the security of our country.
Till spring, we'll rely on avocados from the southern hemisphere. They arrive by ship, or at least they used to till the port shut down.
This nation simply cannot afford to have hundreds of billions of dollars a year in potential manufacturing and agricultural trade sitting idle. We can't afford it.
In 2002, West Coast ports came to a standstill. This shutdown showed how critical our ports are to our local and national economy. Hi, I'm Jess Herrera, president of the Oxnard Harbor District, Port of Hueneme. In a perfect world, things would just appear and disappear. But that's not the way it works in the real world. We depend on the men and women of the logistics chain and the ports of America to bring all these goods and services to you. In the United States, 9 million Americans make their jobs in the port industry, which provides $300 billion in salaries. In California, 730,000 Californians depend on the maritime industry, providing $117 billion in exports. And here in Ventura County, the Port of Hueneme is an economic platform like no other. It provides the opportunity for 4,500 jobs and $650 million annually into our local economy. As you will hear from our partners, these jobs are very important to the men and women of our community.
We have a neighbor who is an extremely unique asset to our community, and that is the Port of Hueneme. Unlike any other business that we might try to attract or bring to our community, the port is actually a platform which launches the attraction of numerous and diverse types of businesses that ultimately bring a huge revenue resource to our area.
The ports of LA and Long Beach do a wonderful job handling the large volumes of containers that go through there with all the infrastructure. They can't do that and do the same excellent job of handling the break bulk players like we are. So having a neighbor port like Port Hueneme to take those types of cargo, I think makes Port Hueneme more of a partner to LA Long Beach than a competitor.
I'm a crane operator. We operate ships cranes. Also, I'm a certified mobile crane operator. There's 2 women that are on the West Coast that are certified mobile crane operators, and we are in Port Hueneme. And then we have the one crane, which is the biggest thing in the port, which stands out no matter where you are in the city. You can see it. And I'm very proud to know how to do that job and everything that I've learned down at the port.
All my employees are all local talent, and hired and educated, and many of them born and raised right here in Oxnard, and all have families here, and we're a large community, family within the community of the Oxnard Plain.
When we first arrived to Oxnard and started importing our cars through Port Hueneme, we quickly realized the value of our location. We had access to very good labor force, to a good management team, and the geographic location made it very good for us to expand our business.
The port is a partner with the city of Oxnard. We are not only partners in the component of generating jobs and revenue to the community, we're also partners in the port giving back to our community. And we feel very strongly, and I know they do too, that it not only is their choice, but their responsibility to participate.
We've done quite a few events with different organizations within the community, recently with the Latino Heritage Month. I've had field trips from kids that were as early as kindergarten and first grade and all the way through graduate business students from local universities, Cal Lutheran, Cal State Northridge, Cal State Channel Islands. So it's something I felt very proud of, being able to show off my business and explain what we do in Port Hueneme, and the port has continued that process. Even after 9/11, the port has picked that up and has opened their doors to the community to come in and see the operations And I'm very grateful that the port has continued to do that, because it's important to let people know the good things that we're doing in Port Hueneme. And I'm glad that they've had an open door policy. That's something you wouldn't get in the Port of Long Beach or the Port of LA or Port of Oakland. Those types of things can only happen in small ports.
I was so pleasantly surprised when I arrived in Port Hueneme to see a smaller port dedicated to a specific business or specific businesses. In this case, autos and fruits. And it was a well-organized facility, a cooperative facility. It was really more a feeling of being in a large family where everybody could work together.
The effect of us being here, besides our staff members and the ILWU members that work the vessels, you have the truck drivers that move this cargo as far north as up into Canada, as far east as the Mississippi River.
And the ripple effect from Port Hueneme throughout the western United States has just been tremendous. I mean, if you eat a Del Monte banana in Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, British Columbia, Salt Lake City, Denver, it came through the Port of Hueneme.
Port Hueneme and our Oxnard Vehicle Distribution Center are a critical link in the distribution chain of BMW Group vehicles that come from Europe and are distributed to the western United States dealers.
We were excited when we found out that in the 80s that BMW would be bringing their cars to the port to be distributed for the West Coast. And I think it's 11 western states they distribute to. And finding out that they distribute over 33% of the BMW sold in the United States is really incredible, because we do sell a lot of cars here in the United States, a lot of BMWs.
This county benefits from the work that these folks do at the port. 4,500 jobs, millions and millions of dollars pumped into the economy of Ventura County. And you know what? As a taxpayer, it doesn't cost me a penny.
So in the future, we look towards a very strong operation, and we look for other ways to partnership with the port to bring amenities and contributions to the city of Oxnard, because a strong port operation in turn means that we are creating jobs and revenue.
Throughout our nation's history, great cities and seaports have developed together. One only need look at our California coastline to see cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, Long Beach, San Diego, all important centers of international trade and culture. It's no wonder Californians have settled around these important gateways of opportunity. As one of California's primary economic resources, Ventura County has its own economic anchor in the Port of Hueneme. Attracting world-class customers and providing important economic customers, the Port of Hueneme is proud of these working opportunities. There's an old saying that states, "To go fast, go alone. To go far, go together." At the Port of Hueneme, we believe that working together works.